The coast is such an interesting place to study because it's where the human dimension meets the physical dimension and the biological dimension. It's very easy to look at our shoreline today and see it as a static feature. And as a geoscientist, I know that it's far from static. It's not only changing every tide and every season and with every storm, it's changing over longer time scales.
Coastal engineers, coastal geomorphologists for years have spent the majority of their time focused on making predictions of the erosion event. So what happens during that big storm? How high does the water level get? How much dune loss occurs? And that's all very important from understanding the hazard. But you also need to know the other side of the cycle, how beaches then recover. With different management schemes, potentially, with different plantings of different species, how that might impact that recovery of beaches and dunes following a big storm event.
Hurricane Sandy was the most recent wake-up call that reminded us that dunes can make the difference between an area or a house being protected or completely devastated during a high water event.
Hurricane Sandy affected such a large portion of the east coast of the U.S., and at the community level, people really began to recognize that areas that were fronted by a coastal dune fared much better than areas that were lacking a dune.
One of the things we're looking at is the diverse ecology on the different dunes, and a dune that has a more variety of species will be more stable. So ultimately, we're not just looking at one plant on one dune, but how the whole ecosystem interacts with the sand transport and the plant growth, and how that contributes to barrier island evolution in the long term as it changes with sea level rise.
As we go into the future, it's my hope that we can find ways to balance the desire to live and vacation at the coast with the natural processes that need to take place in order for barrier islands to persist in the long term.